Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the cost of living in Northview, Michigan, and we're going to get after it right now. Hey, how's it going? Jimmy Kegle right here at the Grand Rapids Metro. If this is your first time to my channel, I do a ton of videos on what it's like to eat, sleep, play, have fun, hang out, work, move to the Grand Rapids Metro, and I absolutely love it. So if you know of anybody that's thinking about moving or coming here, right there's my number, there's my email. Make sure you get a hold of me. I don't care if it's text me, email me, call me, however you want to get a hold of me. I've got your back when you're moving to the Grand Rapids Metro. And I've already helped tons of people move here, so I got a great system, and I'd love to help you or just talk to you about it in general. There's some cars going by, but okay, so we're gonna get after it right now. So we're in Northview, Michigan, which technically isn't a city. Northview is a school system, or what you could call a suburb, but it's so popular that people just call it Northview like it's a city, and it's a great area. It's on the kind of north, I guess that would be the northeast side of Grand Rapids. Yeah, it'd be the northeast side of Grand Rapids is where it's at. It's a really, and as you can see by the map right here, and look at where the arrow's pointing, that's the Northview School District. It's a good size area. It covers a couple of cities there, and you can see it's just northeast of the Grand Rapids area. I did a video on the cost of living in Grand Rapids, as I do every city, and really, I go really in depth on that one because Grand Rapids Metro, all the cities around it, the cost of living is pretty much the same. You have two variables though that are different, and that's why I like to go over it so that you understand the difference. Is you've got the medium home price, which you need to know that because it's going to affect you, where you move and how much you want to spend, and then also you've got the taxes. So most of them are pretty close, but some of them like East Grand Rapids and Rockford, a couple other ones have way higher taxes, and that's going to affect how much house you can get because your taxes are higher for the land and the house, obviously. And then another one is like the rent, just so what those are. So, but those are the main ones: are taxes and the median cost of living. So, yeah, and as you can see, this map is the overall cost of living for Grand Rapids Metro. And as you can see, like we talked about before, Byron Center, Forest Hills, Ada area, and East Grand Rapids right there, those are the really expensive areas to live in, the highest cost of living. But you can see Northview up at the top there, right where the arrow is in the upper half, kind of like I talked about with taxes. So it's a great area, but you are going to pay a little bit more than than a lot of the surrounding areas. But to me, it's worth it with the great schools and a bunch of other attributes that I will go over when we talk about cost of living. Average home is, wow, it's windy, is $195,500. That's the median home price. So it's a little higher than the city of Grand Rapids because it's a nice area, but you do have a good mix of different price points, and I'll get into that more when I talk about the pros and cons, but I wanted to give you that good idea right there. And then also for rent, you've got, I think for about, for a one bedroom, you're in the like $900 range, and then to rent a two bedroom around here, you're about $1,148. So that'll give you a good idea of what those costs are. And then with just a quick example, value on 100, like a scale of 100, Grand Rapids, Northview is about 2% higher, more expensive than the Grand Rapids area, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea. And then like for property taxes, you've got, I'd say it's in like kind of the upper middle for property taxes because like for the mills, you've got like East Grand Rapids is 25, which is high, really high. Rockford is 20, and Northview is about 18 average. So not super high, but like I said, kind of upper middle. So that gives you a good idea for that. And like I said too, Northview is just a really nice place to live. There's a lot of different kinds of housing, and that's another reason that people come here. But we'll get into more of that, like I said, with the pros and the cons. getting pretty windy out here. Yeah, so like I was saying before, it's a little bit shorter of a video because the cost of living is not that much different than some of the other areas. It's getting super windy out here. But again, if you want to look at my Grand Rapids cost of living, it'll give you a really in-depth look at that. But as far as just general costs, Northview is going to be a little bit on the higher side compared to the rest of Grand Rapids. Not way high like East Grand Rapids and Rockford, but it's definitely kind of in the middle when I look at. But that's kind of where it's at. So again, I know it's a little bit shorter than a normal video. Hope I'm not falling back here. But let me know if you have any questions about Northview or anywhere living in Grand Rapids. Right there's my number, there's my email. Give me a call, give me an email, however you want to get a hold of me. I got your back when you're moving to Grand Rapids Metro. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.